3 points in your opening Premier League game and a clean sheet. Went pretty well out there. How much of the blueprint that you're trying to instill did you see?
I think we saw definitely bits of it. I'm extremely happy for the win. Extremely happy for the 3 goals and clean sheet. But I also felt that we were not, we were a little bit out of sync sometimes in the game, if I'm brutally honest. But the overall performance was good, and I like the mentality and the hard work in the team. So I think that's key. I think we work a lot on crosses. It's big for me, and we scored from 2 crosses and had enough, and also created chances. So that was definitely an element I was very happy with.
I'm going to take a gamble and say that Richarlison's second finish surpassed your expectations of what you might see today. What were your thoughts when you saw that go in?
Oh, first and foremost, what a performance from Richie. Richarlison, he's been struggling with injuries. We really been aware of, tried to build on this pre-season. The performance department, medical department have done a top job in that sense. And his work rate today, his intensity in the game, and then on top of that 2 goals, where especially the last one is exceptional. I've just been told that it was 17 passes inside the team, and all the players touched the ball. So that's quite nice. That you can call a team effort, and a fantastic 1v1 effort from Mohamed Kudus, and unbelievable finish.
On Kudus, he got 2 assists today on his debut, which was fantastic. But he also had that moment where there was an outrageous bit of skill. He controlled the ball right in front of you, and I caught you. You were looking at that. Do you like to see this expression that the players have freedom to go and try these things?
I think it's. I think as an individual, we all need to. The best way is to express ourselves the way we are. So I definitely like the players to express themselves. That's the one part. They put all the hard work in. They play inside a structure, and then of course in that they should show themselves.
Well, a painful return to the Premier League for Burnley and Scott Parker. Let's hear from Parker now.
Scott, Q Hartman before the game said that you'd asked everyone to be able to look at themselves in and know that they put in a good performance. Did you feel that today?
I did feel that, yeah. I couldn't ask much more from my players. Of course, when you play a football match, there's elements of anyone's game what you can be critical of, and like you said, you never can be critical of an endeavour and a work ethic, and the lads give me everything. I thought today, for 16 minutes, we're right in this game today. I thought first half we played very well after a real slow start, and they come out the blocks and they get a goal in front. Our reaction was superb against a very good side and a tough place to come. And I think the numbers probably suggest that in the first half. And then second half as well, 1-0, we probably miss a couple of biggish chances, really big chances, where we probably, with criticism, we could be a little bit more ruthless or clinical in that moment. And then the quality of the finishes from them probably just sees the game out of reach for us. But we'll analyse as always, but some real positives from generally the overall performance really today, Lindsay.
Was it a reminder at this level about those moments? You talk about when they were 1-0 up, and at this level you cannot afford for too many of those to pass you by.
No, you can't. No, and that's the cold hard facts of the Premier League, the quality and the ruthlessness of the Premier League, where you're in games, the level of focus, attention is critical really. One tiny switch off and the game could just fall away from you. And on the flip side of that is them moments where you probably ain't got as much time as just through the sheer quality, and we need to be more clinical, more ruthless. It's a great learning for us today, a young squad, like we said at the top of this game really. So some big learning, and like I said, I reiterate really some real positives.
By the way, there are a couple of games in the Scottish League Cup second round today that have gone into extra time, and at half-time in extra time it remains St Johnstone 0, Motherwell 0 and St Mirren 1, Hearts 1. Rangers against Alloa Athletic gets underway at 5:45 in the first Saturday night football of the season. From 5:30 at Molineux, it's Wolverhampton Wanderers against Manchester City. So for Tottenham Hotspur and Thomas Frank in his first Premier League game in charge, it was a 3-0 win against promoted Burnley. Richarlison getting the opening 2 goals. Brennan Johnson with the third of the afternoon. We can hear from Richarlison and also Mohamed Kudus now.
Mohamed, Richie, congratulations. First 3 points on the board for a brand new season. And you had your Premier League debut today. How did you feel that performance went?
Very good. The most important thing was to get the 3 points, and we did. So I'm very happy with the performance, and most importantly, we got the clean sheet as well.
You seem to have a very good understanding between you. For you, Richie, twice this man next to you set you up today, and a wonderful finish from you for the second.
Yeah, thank you for assist. I'm so happy with this guy. I think next week this guy needs to score because he worked too hard for the team. And I'm so happy for this guy.
Give us a word on that finish from Richarlison for that second goal. I mean, that can't be something that you've practiced in training.
Yeah, as a winger, one of my responsibilities is to serve the strikers and put them in position where it's easier for them to score. And then I think it was a brilliant finish. I don't think it was a perfect crossbar. He made it look so good. So it's good to set up the strikers. I'm here to serve them.
There was an outrageous bit of skill from you on the touchline as well, where you controlled a ball. It was right in front of the manager, Thomas Frank. And I wondered about you both having that ability to express yourselves. Is he encouraging you to have freedom?
Yeah, part of the main reason why I came here was play in the position I want to play and be in the position where I can entertain the fans, because I believe that's what the game is about. But most importantly is doing it at the right time and good time in higher positions in the game. So, yeah, it's good we got the win and then enjoy part of the game as well.
And for you, Richie, do you feel you've got that licence to do what you want to do, express yourself?
Yeah, I'm so happy. I think this guy is Brazilian. A lot of dribbles, a lot of skills. Yeah, I'm so happy with the game. The gaffer say it's clean sheet before the game, and yeah, I'm so happy.
So overall, what do you give it out of 10?
By the way, finally a breakthrough at McDermott Park between St Johnstone and Motherwell in the second round of the Scottish League Cup, and Lucas Verdinga has scored a goal in the second period of extra time on 109 minutes in that one. Right, let's chat to Tim about the game. Before we look at the game overall, that second goal from Richarlison, people able to watch it now via the Sky Sports app. Just how good was it? We already got a goal of the season contender on this opening Saturday of the new season.
Yeah, we have. It was a special goal. Kudos goes down the right-hand side. He just delivers it, and it's behind Richarlison. So he's going back towards the penalty spot, running away from the goal, and he just hooks his right foot. And the ball doesn't trickle into the goal. It hits the net without bouncing. I mean, he absolutely swivels on it and smacks it past the Bravka. He has absolutely no chance. He's done. He played well in the Super Cup. He's going to get a lot of love now. Solanke's not fit. It looks like they're going to only play one up. For me, I'd like to see him play two. I mean, because the game plan is very simple from Thomas Frank. You get the ball at your feet, you look forward and you try and hit the centre forward. And he is not the silkiest of centre forwards. Neither of them are, but they're effective centre forwards.
Yeah.
They hold the ball up. They've got the midfield in support. They get the ball in wide areas. And half a yard, they whip it into the box. And he's always there and he's looking for that scruffy finish. He played very well today, he really did. He scored 2 goals. He was disappointed if with 20 minutes left, he could have come off the pitch. Harry Kane would have stayed on the pitch and got his hat-trick. He would want that. He would want that authority, but he needs to earn the right to do that, and he's going the right way about it. The manager must love him at the moment, and Solanke is getting the right amount of game time because Richarlison is playing so well, you don't have to rush Solanke back. He's got 20 minutes today. He got a few minutes there in the Super Cup. I really like what Tottenham are doing. It is very, very simple. The problem they're going to have is a little bit of creativity in the midfield area where they're missing. If they can get Eze over the line, if Palace will let him go, I think he'll be a great signing for them. Something what they need with Maddison out for such a long period.
Yeah, 5 attempts from Richarlison today, 2 of them on target and 2 goals as well. In terms of what Thomas Frank is trying to do, and of course it's going to be different to what we saw under Postecoglou.
Yeah.
Obviously it's going to be different, but from what you've seen in their opening couple of games in the Super Cup and the Premier League today, what are you seeing in terms of his blueprint for the season?
Well, the blueprint is very simple. I mean, they don't overplay at the back. They get the ball forward. They hit the centre forward. They look to get it into wide areas, whether it's the fullbacks overlapping, where they lack on a little bit on the left-hand side. Jez Spence does a good job, but he can't get down the left side with his left foot. Chops it back, has to come back into midfield, or he whips it in, which is an easier crossing position. Pedro Porro, it's made for him because he likes getting down the outside. Defensively, they haven't been tested at the moment. And when there's a half a chance, look like Burnley were going to get in, Mickey van der Ven just covers the ground so quickly, gets across, sweeps up any sorts of danger. But their midfield, I like their midfield, but they're all similar characteristics. You know, they get the ball back, they run, they give it everything for the cause, but you need a player who's going to drop the shoulder and find a cute pass. That is what they're lacking at the moment.
And next up for